Hello, and a warm welcome to our weekly show, Love Athletics. In this program, we bring you the latest highlights from our sport with expert input from different continental areas. And we're delighted to have as our guest today the 2012 Olympics 4x400 meter relay champion and world indoors multi-medalist, Chris Fireman Brown of the Bahamas. Hello, Chris. Lovely to see you, and a big thank you for joining us.
Good morning or good afternoon. Thank you for having me, and it's always a pleasure to see you, Anna.
Thank you. Now, this fortnight's events were dominated by the big one, the World Indoor Championships. Athletes surpassed themselves in Belgrade, where 3 world records, 7 championships records, 17 area records, and 72 national records were set. The medal table was topped by Ethiopia with 9 medals, of which 4 gold, ahead of the US with a total of 19 medals, of which 3 gold, and Belgium, 2 medals, both of them gold. Countries from 5 continental areas won gold medals: Africa 4, Asia 1, Europe 11, NACAC 8, and South America 2. Korea and Uganda won a world indoors medal for the first time, and for Korea it was gold. And Trinidad and Tobago also won a gold medal for the first time. Now, Chris, did you have time to follow the world indoors?
Yes, I did. I followed bits and pieces of it. I didn't have time to follow every single from start to finish, but I was able to follow as much as I can, and some of the marquee events and some of the events that I don't regularly follow, I was able to watch some of those also.
Great. Now, last time we spoke to you during the Tokyo Olympics, 3 world records had just been improved in the first week. And we just saw 3 world indoor records in Belgrade, with Rojas once again on top of the world. Now, which event or athlete impressed you the most?
I would say, I was basically impressed by everyone's performance. It wasn't really a standout to me per se, even though world records were broken. I think everybody put forward a great forward foot, and they were able to go in there, and coming off of, all of this pandemic, they were able to still go out and showcase their talent to the world. And some of them, so did well, and some of them not as well as they intended to do. But I think that just being able to be back and compete at that level again was a huge accomplishment for a lot of them. But I was really impressed with the way they handled themselves and took care of business like normal.
Now, were you expecting a medal from Bahamian hurdler Devine Charlton? Because that's not really an event where the Bahamas has excelled so far on the world stage.
Well, she's been close for many years, and so being that the field was a level playing field, I think that she stood a good chance, and I felt like she was going to definitely get herself on the podium if she executed her race well. And I think she executed the perfect race, and that was a blessing for her, and kudos to her, and huge congratulations for her to be on that stage and get that individual podium spot.
That photo is from the arrivals hall in Nassau Airport and shows you with the first of your world indoor medals from Moscow 2006. And you medaled at every single world indoor championships you took part in after that. Now, you're one of the standout athletes at the world indoors, having collected the highest number of medals, a total of 6, 1 gold, 2 silver, and 3 bronze, same as Cuban high jumper Javier Sotomayor, who has 4, 1 and 1. What made the world indoors so special for you?
Well, first, to be in a class with a great legend like Sotomayor, it's basically it's a blessing. He's a legend in the sport. I have lots and lots of respect for him. So to be amongst that class, that class of professionalism, is a great feeling and a great accomplishment. The World Indoors is special for me because I felt like, it was designed for me, and I think that I had the right height, the perfect speed, the right mindset, and I just felt like that environment was my environment. I felt like the indoors was my house, and I controlled the temperature, I controlled the atmosphere, I felt like it just my house for me to control, and um, I love the environment. I love the atmosphere with the crowd. I love competing against the best in the world, and it was just my house that I wanted to control, and I think that it was designed for me, and I took full advantage of it.
Did the closeness of the spectators play a role? Did it give you extra energy?
Definitely, definitely. Having that energy from the crowd right there, and 6 lanes, and real quick, you blink and it's over. The tight lanes, and I love the basic physical. I just love the physicality of it. Being so physical, and getting to that break, and just having everything that I felt like I have all the right tools for the right environment, and I just love it. I love indoors.
And it showed. Now, one of your indoor silver medals came in the relay in 2016, but let's talk about individual medals. Between 2005 and 2008, you had collected 2 world indoor bronze medals, a total you later improved, and 3 fourth places, 1 at the Olympics and 2 at the World Championships. Then you finally took individual global gold at the World Indoors in Doha in 2010. Tell us about that race.
Well, I felt like, Doha, I don't know. It felt when I first arrived in Doha, I felt something special when I first came off the plane. I don't know what it was, but I felt like, hey, this could be the time. And I felt like, I had all the burners ready to just ready to blaze, and being in Doha for the first time in my career, testing out the track, going to the practice session, everything was just so in sync, and I felt like the environment, the crowd, the atmosphere was very lit, and I felt like, hey, if I wanna be able to make a name for myself, this is the proper place to do it, or this is the best place right now for me to do it, because I'm feeling really good, and my career was. I've been there so many times, and I felt like if I don't get it today, then I don't know when I'm gonna get it. Because for me, I'm always, this is my last race. Every race I enter is always my last. So I just felt like going into the World Indoor Championships in Doha was my last, and I felt like I got to give it everything I have, and so I wanted to leave it all on the track. Anna, this was my house, and I was willing to do whatever it took to get on that podium for that individual medal. And so Doha just happens to be, had me feeling really good and special about it, and I enjoy it. And um, I was looking forward to getting on that podium. I already visualized myself on the podium. So it just so happened I just had to go ahead and put the work in.
Wow. Now, 2 years later, it was another bronze medal and then silver to complete your collection in 2014, which was really impressive because just a few days before traveling to Sopot, you had fallen on the ice, which uncharacteristically covered Georgia, and your face was still bruised and swollen. Tell us about
Yes.
that race and the lead up to the competition.
Um, you know, that morning, I was trying to get some snow out of my driveway to take my kids to school, and um, I slipped on the ice, face first, and I took 7 stitches to the eye, and I still got a mark, I think, somewhere on my face. I'm not sure if it's the left or the right, but I still have a mark in the face, and I took 7 stitches in my eye and chip a piece of my tooth, and wasn't sure I was going to actually go out there and compete, but again, it was my face and not my legs. So I'm looking like, as long as my legs are healthy, as long as my arms can move, there's no broken body, no broken bones, and I'm able and capable of going out there and competing with the best, and I'm in good shape. I'm ready to go. I'm like, hey, I don't have, what do I have to lose? I don't have anything to lose. Everything is the game. So I just felt like, um, I don't want to give this medal away. I wanted to be able to go to the indoors every single World Indoor season and get on that podium, and I wanted to make sure I left my mark. And so going into the World Championship that year, I was determined not to let a little stitches on the eye and let a little chip tooth and the scrape on my face stop me from achieving that goal. So I was hungry, and that didn't stop the adrenaline, that didn't stop the flow, that didn't stop the mission. And like I said, it was my house, and I was not willing to just give it away. And so therefore, um, I was just ready to go out there and compete and represent my country to my best ability and represent my family. So I was ready to go.
Wow. And yet in the relay Crazy Bahamas, you had told me that the reaction following that fantastic achievement had often been, yeah, well done. But what about the relay?
The relay that year, I told my teammates, I said, look, guys, this could be it. Every year I come to the World Championships, I'm always on the podium individually. The relay medal is one medal, 4x4 indoors, that we've not been able to accomplish, even with some of the best 400-meter runners that we have had. We've never been able to get on the podium. So I said to the guys, hey, I'm going to step away from the Open 4 this year, and I'm going to make sure that we get on the podium for the 4x4. And so that year I decided this is it. I'm going to, step away from the quarter and just focus all my energy and attention on the 4x4. And I told the guys, if they want a medal, let's go out there and get it, because I'm not going to give up an open medal that I know I have a great shot at getting, and just leaving it there for somebody else to take, and we still not going home with a medal. So putting all my focus and attention on the men's 4x4 was huge. The guys believed in me. They trusted in me that I would have been able to accomplish that goal. And so we did what we were supposed to do. It was tough, but we got the job done. I wanted the goal. I wanted to walk away with a goal. I love to win. I love the taste of victory. And my teammates knew that about me, so they were willing to stand beside me and make that happen. And so we went out and accomplished that goal. And it wasn't a gold medal, but at least it was a medal that we all can say we won fair and square, and we had a great time achieving that goal together as a team.
Yeah, that was 2 years after Sopot in Portland, one of your 2 silver medals with the team. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. That was fascinating.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
But let's hear about the present in Chris Brown's career. How's coaching going at Clayton State University?
Coaching is going very well. Last year, I won for the first time Coach of the Year in 2021. And I think I may be on track now of doing that again. I would hope. I love to be consistent in what I do. It's a lot of hard work, trying to get everybody on the same page and get them bought into the product that you're trying to deliver, and making sure that everybody's always healthy, and being able to do the administrative work behind it is new for me. So I'm learning as I go, and I have great persons around me that's supporting me and also helping me to achieve those goals. And so which helps me and makes my job a little easier. And just being able to give back and watch, the next generation of athletes be able to rise to the occasion and watch their toughness and watch, where they fall weak, and being able to instill in them that never give up attitude and fight for what you want and believe in yourself and keep pushing on. Don't let that fire out just because you didn't win a race, but you got to keep it going, because at the end of the day, when I first started out, I started out by just a relay runner and never knew, a little island boy with no indoor facilities, no track, was able to go on the global stage and still accomplish so much. So anything is possible as long as you put your mind to it. And so just being able to watch them compete and watch them when they PR and watch athletes when they break a record, it's a blessing for me, because it shows that what I'm doing is benefiting them, and also is working. The method is working. So it's a lot of good stuff behind the madness. And now I look and I see, when I gave my coach such a hard time as an athlete, I see now what he was talking about. So so you have to have a lot of patience in this track and field world and this track and field game. And so I think I did a good job by being patient over the years of track and field, and it set me up well for this type of time and moment in my career. And I thank God for the blessings that He's bestowed upon me, and look forward to the future.
Any young athletes we should be looking out for this during the summer season, building up to the NCAA championships, maybe?
Not this year. I'm still priming. Those individuals that are NCAA material, they are in the making, and I'm looking forward to watching the progress. Because success don't come overnight. So
Yeah.
I'm teaching them how to be patient and wait for it. They're still learning that because they feel like, oh, I have an Olympic gold medalist coach, so I should be an Olympian tomorrow. It doesn't work that way. So I told them, what I was able to accomplish is years and years of hard work and dedication and basically being self-motivated. You have to be self-motivated to accomplish a lot of those goals. And so I'm working on that, and it's a work in progress, and I love it.
Well, best of luck to you and the athletes.
Thank you. As soon as one or two of them become get to that level, you'll be the first to know and first to see it.
Great, and then we'll interview you and that athlete.
Definitely. That's on the horizon very soon. So I got a good group coming in next year, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I have a great team coming in next year, and I'm looking for one or two of them to get on the podium for the NCAA. So I'm excited.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Now let's hear about our guests' plans for the rest of the year. So are you planning to be in Eugene as a commentator this summer, or still thinking about competition?
Commentator, I would love. I haven't been. I haven't have any invitations to be a commentator. I know that I'm in great shape, and I'm going to see what happens between May and beginning of June to decide whether I'm going to help my teammates out in the 4x4 or I'm just going to hang it up, because I'm not as young as I used to be, even though to me I'm in great shape. But the way I see these guys running today, I don't want to go out there and embarrass myself, and but I still want to be able to be competitive and be able to help out in any which way I can. But yeah, definitely in the future, I would love to be a commentator one day and help, analyze and break down some of the races and give some feedback on what athletes do and what they shouldn't do. And we'll see what happens in Eugene. I competed there in Eugene several times before, and I love the old facility, and that new facility. I'd love to get my feet around that track one time just to say I did it. But I also would love to do it in a winning fashion, not just to say I ran, but a winning fashion, because I've set the tone to where I know the standard for me is extremely high, and I compete against myself. And if I can't beat myself doing what I love to do, then I'm not going to go and try to beat someone else at it. So I'm my biggest competitor. So until I know for a fact that I'm ready to go, then I'm not going to step foot on the track. So I'm still fine tuning the small little details, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to going home in June, and if I'm ready to go by June, I'm on the track. And if not, then it's a farewell. This will be my last raw.
Now, Chris, how is your Fanatics athletic wear brand going?
Fanatics is doing very well. We actually have a 4x4 women's team high school in the state of Georgia that competed in the Fanatics brand, and they actually right now they are tied with the fastest time in the state right now. So we are pleased with that. I've also have several different clubs in the Bahamas that's doing very well on the international level and the domestic level, and I'm still looking and searching for that one or two individuals that would represent Fanatics brand on the international stage that can help us to go to that next level. We're coming slowly. We have to creep before we can walk. So I'm not rushing anything. I'm just taking it day by day, and I'm just allowing God to continue to guide and lead me to the right people, and He's going to steer me in the right direction just as well as He did with my athletic career. So Fanatics is doing well. I hope to have a special piece for you the next time I see you, Anna.
Well, now that COVID is slowly receding and international travel is open, hopefully I can come over and see you and Faith and the kids soon.
Yes, that would be well welcome and received. We look forward to having you, and then we can go and take a nice trip to the Bahamas and get on the beach and enjoy our warm, sunny beaches and some good food and a little downtime, right?
Definitely go back to Eleuthera.
Yes. Doing the day in the life too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that I have my kids are now grown, so they'll take on the banner. You know, my kids are very athletic. I have two that's very athletic. The last two, Zora and Shiloh, they're very athletic. My oldest, she is not into athletics, but she would watch it with you. She'll exercise, but she doesn't want to get her fingernails dirty and she doesn't want to sweat. So I'm not putting any pressure on her for that. But my last two, I was at a soccer match yesterday, and my daughter, she played yesterday, and she did a great job. Even though they lost, they didn't score a goal at all, lost 7-0. You know, she's a big scorer in the team, but they were playing a bigger team, and I told her that, hey, sometimes you have to take the losses in order to gain the win. So just know and be prepared that when the winning time comes, you don't want it to stop. So she's very competitive like myself, and my son, he's following the footsteps also. So look out for those two in the future to do some big things. But you know, again, my designer, which is Emerald, the oldest, she's a designer, so she loves designer. So maybe one day you'll see her having her stuff on the runway and the red carpet.
Or she can give you a hand with phonetics. She can bring the touch of artistry to that.
I know, right? That in youth, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, you told me Shiloh had started playing American football, or is he doing a little bit of athletics as well, or concentrating on American football?
He's doing flag football right now. It's a smaller stage to that leading up to he's doing flag football. Next year we'll put him in baseball. So we want him to be able to have a variety. You know, for me, I didn't have the choices that they have today. So we're trying to get both of them and more of a variety than just having one sport to rely on, or just one being good at one sport and competitive at one sport. So we're making sure that they be able to be consistent in what they do in all the sports and be great at what they do, and whatever they choose to do in life, and wherever that career takes them, they are number one at it at all times, not just sometimes.
Definitely. I'm sure whatever they do, they'll be really successful at it, just like you.
Thank you. But when you come at a competitive house like my house, you know, everything is a competition, from spelling to reading to running to, I mean, you name it. It's a competitive house. So I'm sure by the time that the world sees what they're able to do, it's gonna be fire. Let's just say that. Yes.
That sounds like me and my brother and sister. We were also always competing against each other too. So that's good fun. Nice, healthy competition is brilliant.
Yes, it is. It is. But at the end of the day, even with the friendly rival in the house and competitiveness, someone always ends up crying at the end of the day because they didn't win. So, you know, we still trying to break the winning and losing down and not being able to be a winner all the time. You know, sometimes it's just about being able to compete. So I'm still trying to level that playing field and let them know it's not always about winning. Sometimes it's just about being able to go out there and compete at your best. So that's still a lesson in progress. So we're working hard to deliver that, and every day is like starting all over again.
My elder daughter, Marie-Océane, whom I think you met in the Bahamas, she started playing football when she was about 7 years old. And the first time she played in a good boys team, and they were quite good. And the first time she lost a match, she was so upset. It's like, I'll never play this again, ever. She's still playing at 35 plus.
Yeah, that reminds me of my baby girl now. She played basketball for the first time and they lost miserably. And she cried all the way home. I bought her ice cream, and after the ice cream, that kind of softened the blow a little, and she was able to understand defeat is a part of success. So again, you know, it's all about teaching and making sure that they get the lesson that you're being taught, and still being able to come back the next day and do it all over again, regardless of the results. So we're looking forward to it. And like I said, we have a very competitive house, and there's three of us in the house with the kids, two of us, me and Faith, and 3 kids. So we're juggling a lot, and hopefully you'll be able to see them sooner than soon.
Definitely hope so. So thank you so much, Chris. We're now at the end of our show. It was great having you here and having a nice chat, and I hope we can have the next one in real life soon.
That would be nice. Thank you, and thanks for having me, and I appreciate it. Have a blessed day, Anna. It's always a blessing to see a beautiful face. Have a good one.
Thank you, Chris. Big hug to you, Faith, and the children. Take care.
I will.
Thank you.
Thank you. You do the same. All right. Bye.
Thank you all for watching, and see you in 2 weeks on Love Athletics to look together at the highlights, comments, and analysis of what's been happening in our sport over the past fortnight. Thank you. Bye-bye.